My name is Steve Kaiser, 502 Lewis Street. I'm here as a private citizen. A quick note, I was stopped on the street sometime this past month by a lady, and she made a comment. She was at the meeting last month, and not everybody that came up here told you exactly who they were and what they were speaking about, who they were representing. So I'd like to remind you we should probably do that so that people know who we are. Councillor Cummings, at the last council meeting, your categorical denial of conversations we have had was based on incorrect assumptions and allegations. I did not repeat what you said, but rather stated in general some of the subjects you and I had discussed. I do find your statement that I was putting a derogatory spin on our conversations an outright fabrication and therefore unacceptable. For example, I would not call it derogatory.
Mr. Kaiser, if I may interrupt. I did not say derogatory spin. I said you put a spin on what our conversations were. I said I did not make any derogatory statements. Having said that, I have been given the opportunity and afforded by the citizens of Silverton a privilege to sit up here and serve this community. I have done my fair share of contributions going back 11 plus years. I have been very diligent in how I have conducted myself and in the opportunities that have been given to me and how I have taken advantage of those to help me formulate and become what I categorize as a counselor with high character and integrity. I do not like doing this. I'm going to take a play out of the mayor's playbook, a page out of the mayor's playbook, and I'm going to step down and sit over there as a citizen. And if you want to have a conversation with me, we'll take it outside. But I'm not going to get a character assassination again tonight. It's just not going to happen.
Had Mr. Cummings not interrupted much as he did the last meeting, he would have heard me say that he did not say anything derogatory, anything harsh, unkind about anybody on anything I mentioned. Not one word. I merely came here a month ago to tell him you're on 24/7 because you put Mr. Walker on 24/7. He speaks very highly of the mayor. He defends his right to be transgender, to live his life any way he chooses. He speaks highly of all of you. At no time during our conversations did he say anything that could be labeled as derogatory. I didn't say that. He is the one that brought it on. Now that we're on this, I'm going to change it just a little bit. This is the problem between the council and the citizens. This is your problem. The reason we're at each other's throats out there is because the way you conduct yourself in here. Bill Cummings is a prime example twice. He interrupted a citizen during his 3 minutes and wouldn't even listen. Had he listened, he would have heard that he said nothing wrong. But he wouldn't listen last time. He didn't listen this way. Because the reason he wouldn't listen, because I will not be put in a position of having my right to challenge any of you on any decision you make. That is a citizen's right. The Attorney General says it is. If you don't believe it, read the Open Meetings Law. Read his statement about open meetings. If you can't take a citizen coming here and challenging you, you shouldn't be sitting there. That's the end of that. Now, Mr. Mayor, I want to compliment you in a big way. Concerning Mr. Walker, you were given the opportunity to say, how should we deal with Mr. Walker and this accusation that's going around? You could have said, well, we should deal with him the same way that I was dealt with. You took the higher ground. You swallowed what had happened to you, and you made sure that Mr. Walker is getting his due time in due process, that he's getting the opportunity to defend himself, something that you were denied. I compliment you, and I wish the council would follow your lead as well as you were trying to lead it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kaiser. Your time has expired.
Mr. Mayor, I would move that we take a 3-minute adjournment and then come back to public comment.
Okay.